So I chose the name Cottage Noir because I just think it summed up quite quickly what I was about, what the Instagram account was about. Cottage because my home is a cottage, and that makes it really special to me. It was built in the 1750s, so it comes complete with lots of history and heritage, and I just love the feeling of being a custodian of a long life of custodians and more to come. So and it's a very important part of my aesthetic. And the noir because of the black, you know, no one's colorblind, I'm black. It's a very important part of my identity, it's a very important part of my aesthetic, and it was, you know, so I wanted that to be reflected in my name as well. So I put the two together. So we moved in, so it's about 6 months ago. It's easy to date because it was like a week before lockdown. Luckily the place was in a habitable condition to move in, so we've been here ever since. So the house is me and my husband and my two little girls who are aged 8 and 7. So we're here together, and we have a little granny flat at the back which I try and get my mum to come and help out as much as possible. Yeah, so definitely it was this room, which is this living room first, because I just really saw it as like the hub of the home, and it has a working fireplace. So of course I was imagining us all round together, you know, around a crackling fireplace and all that. So I had all these images, and it was a good sized space to kind of explore with. I was very motivated by interior designers like Kit Kemp, who kind of had spaces like that, and they used a lot of natural materials on their walls and on their floors, and I just thought it'd be a great opportunity to try and work on a similar aesthetic, but something more kind of the noir side of things as well. So I just thought it was a blank canvas to go for. Definitely, I love pattern. I love the stories it tells. I love the the geometry of a lot of it, and I love the challenge of kind of working with different patterns and like having it not clash, but having them kind of balance each other. So that was a really cool, exciting part of the venture. There was two different routes I went down. The first was kind of researching. I'm a researcher, finance researcher by trade, and I could kind of apply that to this aesthetic as well. So I bought every single interior magazine going. I bought so many interior books, and I kind of read it like I was studying, like just trying to look at ideas, what I liked, what I was drawn to, and then just pulled out the pieces of paper or and just kind of keep a kind of bank of what I liked. So it's very much, and if I went somewhere like a hotel or a restaurant or what I liked, take a picture. So it's just collating so much information and ideas, and from that then distilling it to why I was drawn. When I saw something, what made me draw to it, how would it work in the cottage, because obviously what would work in a modern house wouldn't necessarily work here, and also would my husband like it as well. I always had to kind of remember him as well through it. So that was one stage. And then the other side is I found subliminally or consciously I was also drawn to aesthetics of my past. So my mother's house, my Jamaican grandmother's house, that has this particular style. We call it Jamaican nan chic kind of thing that has a style that I realized resonated with me. I spent a lot of my childhood in West Africa and Nigeria, so those kind of influences resonated with me as well. So it was a combination kind of my home, my history and my heritage, and then kind of absorbing the kind of images I saw around me online and in the magazines. So they were interested in their rooms, of course. So they were very excited to have their own rooms for the first time, and they both have very different colour aesthetics. So my older daughter really wanted purples, and my younger daughter wanted really minimalist greys, which I was like, oh, okay, let's see how we can work that in. So they were very different in that, and they were very excited, and that was actually a very key part of their rooms, because I really want this to be a house, a warm, welcoming house for them to come and kind of shed their load after the school day and just have a place that they can make their childhood memories. So those two rooms are a massive focus to me, and trying to take their wishes but also with my own spin on it, and a room that would last and they would look back on. It's part of my research, so I'm absorbing everything. Of carpets, okay, what are the carpet brands? What carpet brands do I kind of think would work in the cottage? And alternative flooring really just stood out for me, and it was two reasons for this. One is I knew I really wanted to have natural carpets in the cottages. I wanted to like wools and sizes and everything, and they just had a really great selection of different ones, which was really helpful to find the ones I wanted. And secondly, I found the marketing materials were really great. I thought the way that they photographed the product, the names they gave the product, the descriptions, because a lot of this was like online and, you know, trying to work out things without, you know, just getting, you know, which samples you want and everything. So it really relied on the marketing materials to kind of tell me the story that they wanted to convey. So the combination of those two. And then I wanted something colourful for my hallway, and you know, colour is hard because there was lots of stripy carpets on the market, but it needs to be kind of the right colour stripes, which, you know, and what will work also with my yellow walls and all. So it was just really doing a lot of research. And then the Margo Selby ones, it was almost like it was tailored for that spot. So I was really happy to find an alternative. Yeah, because I wasn't really going to know if it worked or not till the last little bit had been done, because I just need to see the whole picture. So it was really just like waiting to see. And as you said, making the orders, like, I hope it works. I mean, I knew I loved the colours, but you know, you just never know till it's down. So when it was a great grand reveal moment, and it just brought, it's amazing how carpet just, it's that touch that, you know, just makes it a home almost. And so it was great to see it come down. And then it just elevated the space, because it's a decent sized space, but it just made it look bigger and longer and more fun and bold. So I think it's a very simple reason, which is just coziness. Like for me, especially upstairs, I want it to be a place that, you know, your shoulders kind of drop and you kind of feel at home and cozy and warm and cottage cozy kind of thing. And for me, that carpet was a clear choice for that kind of feeling that I wanted. You know, above all the design and all that, I just want it to be a warm, welcoming, cozy place for my two girls. And so it was a clear choice for me. Yes, it was great. I mean, which little girl doesn't want milkshake carpets? So they were like taken by that straight away. And because we were working on specific colour palettes, my bedroom was blue, my daughter's bedroom was more of a grey, and the other one purple, and then we were like able to find the milkshake that works for each one. And of course we had to make sure the fitted, please, that one with the tint of pink is that one, you know, so we got the right ones. And it's lovely how it does bring out the colour of the carpet. So it was a perfect choice. I thought the name was brilliant, and then the way, because I wanted quite a neutral carpet because there's a lot going on in the girls' room, but it still gave us that bit of colour and twist that I like to put in the interior. So the whole process of kind of decorating Cottage Noir and choosing kind of, you know, interiors I want, home accessories I want, led me to the distinct realization that there was an opportunity here for a business that can provide kind of home and lifestyle accessories tailored towards representing people of colour like myself, looking for kind of art and sculpture and paintings and artifacts and things just to make a house a home. It was really hard to go to a one-stop place that would have these kind of products, which I think would appeal to everyone who's kind of looking for a kind of diverse interiors. So the opportunity came forward to, you know, maybe to take a plunge and set up my own business. So I co-founded it with my sister. It's called the Cornrow. We chose the Cornrow because although it's a hairstyle, it really is and represents the whole kind of modern black heritage and our story. And we're just filling the site with lovely, beautiful products that we would choose ourselves, which kind of would use to direct for a lifestyle, to convey a lifestyle which centers us as black women and black families as products that we love. Sure. So this artwork on the wall, it's called a Sappho flag, and it's from Ghana, and it's for a particular group of people in Ghana who live on the coast called Fanti. And the way I came across this is, as I said, I'm very interested in research, and two of the interior designers I look at are Kit Kemp and Beta Human, and they both have these flags. Kit Kemp has it in her hotel, Beta Human has it in her home. And I was like, wow, these are two interior designers that I really respect and love their work, and they're featuring an African design that I've not heard of before. So I did my own research on the Sappho flags and found this wonderful backstory about it. It's kind of the meeting of the two cultures, the British sailors that came to the coast, who met with the military companies and that Ghana coastal flags, and then they make these flags to celebrate particular occasions or to show their military companies. So I just love to clear that story. And then obviously as an aesthetic piece, the colours are so dynamic, they tell a story. So the flag I chose was this one, which tells a proverb of the flowering tree attracts a lot of visitors, so the animals are coming, and the proverb is basically saying if you make your home happy, you will have lots of visitors and you should be receptive to different kinds of people, which I thought was a lovely ethos for Cottage Noir. And so what we've done is we're doing a collaboration with these people who make the flags to kind of make it into a product that will appeal to modern British homes. You know, so we're doing different proverbs, we're doing them in different sizes, and the reason I particularly love it is because it just symbolises what the business is about. You know, we're Black British, you know, and so the flag also represents that. It's supporting artisans that are neglected, like even Ghanaian people hadn't heard of this particular craft, so you know, these are skills that are getting lost, and it works in a modern 2020 home. So I think, you know, I love it for all those reasons. Well, I learned pretty soon in my biz well that it's as much effort to make something small as to make something large. Like, why think small? You know, if I'm selling 10 products, why not aim for 1,000 products? You know, it's just a few zeros in the day in terms of, you know, why not think big? So I'm up for it. I've resigned from my city job. I'm focusing on the Cornrow. We're getting a great team of people together who are also very, you know, passionate about the brand. We're working with great brands who want to come on board our platform, and we're also producing our own products. And we're taking on homewares. You know, we've got cushions, duvets, things, you know, to decorate the home, and also we're hoping to do collaborations with more established brands and kind of, you know, we think we have an interesting story to tell, we have an interesting aesthetic. You know, people have been very into the Nordic, the boho, the hygge aesthetics, and they're also great, but there's other stories to tell. There are other kind of aesthetics which I think you could be, you know, loved by a very large variety of people, and we want to tell that story and get it out there. And by doing that, what's great is that we're supporting artisans, we're supporting, you know, brands, particularly, you know, Black-owned brands that, you know, are coming up now, and so it's a great way to kind of marry business with passion. And that's what we're trying to do.